Here I wanted to give you just a quick video showing you a sample of a walk cycle, at least the feet part, so you can see how that works, just really just so there's no confusion. Being that we're doing a walk cycle, of course, the figure is not walking across the screen, the figure is basically walking in place. It's that ground that's invisibly moving as if the character's on a treadmill or if they're walking and a camera is following them essentially. You'd have the background behind the character moving in the opposite direction, etc. Also, I played with timing in these variations. All four of these have the same exact key poses with variations in timing. And I also only animated the first step. This is definitely a good kind of thing to do for your first walk cycle is to animate just the first four keys, right? So your contact, down, passing, and up. Make sure it's working, right? And then animate the other four keys, right? So there's obviously two steps in a walk cycle: the step for the right foot, the step for the left foot. Each of those steps is four keys. Um, and if it's going to work here, if the keys work, you'll be able to tell here. Now, technically, there is a bit of a pop in the actual hip, right? So when this loop's going from the up here back to the contact, here we have this foot is the back behind foot, the far foot, where now it's popped into the close foot. But visually, that's not actually very obvious when you're doing this. If you look closely, you can see that. But really, when it comes to what the eye sees, remember the eye always watches what's sensitive to, I should say, the eye is always sensitive to what's at the end of the movement. So in this case, the feet, and we can see that that's working. So get that working, and then basically once you've decided you're happy with these four keys, make the other four keys just reversing the foot. So this contact position would be exactly the same for the other step, but it would be the far foot that's in this position, and then this foot here would be back here, right? And then this would be the same with the legs reversed, and this one, and this one. If you have variation in the between the keys in each step, you will be creating a limp. So if you're intentionally doing that, great. If you're not intentionally doing that, that's a problem, right? So you don't want to limp, have the first step be matched exactly by the second step, just reversing the feet. Um, Okay, so if you notice here, I have this on all fours. That's what each of these has, kind of is kind of named with their timing situation. So this is all fours, right? Each key position is held on fours, and that's a really good, I think, standard. Make this large. A very standard walk. Um, and so if you just want to do a basic walk, this is a good recommendation. You don't have to do this, but it's definitely I would say worth considering. Um, and because it is that kind of slightly casual, I think cartoon walk gives enough room, timing for a good follow through with the head, everything you want. Um, However, if you want to go slower, right? Let's get this, stop that. This one here is all on sixes, right? So you'll notice same exact drawings, but now slower, right? So I'm a little more tired, a little more casual of a walk. Also fine, right? Going back. Um, Now these are both what I call even walks in that they're the same speed. There's no kind of timing variations, no timing textures in them. It's just either all is moving that speed or all is moving this speed, right? Playing together. Whereas on this side, I'm playing with some timing variations. On both of these, there's many ways you can play with this, but on both of these, I thought about the weight structure of the walk and adjust the timing for that. So here, the falling keys, in other words, the contact and the down, those are when the body's on the way down. I kept those at fours, but then the rising keys are on sixes, right? So it's slower when the body's going up, faster when the body's going down, really playing with that weight. And you see how you can feel that drop. The drop's more noticeable now. Again, these are the same drawings as the four version and the sixes version, but you feel the weight more. So this is either someone carrying something on their shoulder, right? It's carrying something heavy, um, or walking uphill, or tired. There's more weight factor in this. You can see by that. And then on this one here, right, kind of the opposite. I did this only for one drawing. Everything's on fours except the contact, and that's really when the body's really falling. And that's on twos, and then everything else is on fours. So you feel a little more quickness with that, right? And definitely feel the slapping of the foot due to that from the contact to the down, right? So definitely, I recommend playing with timing, even if you decide I'm just going to do a straight up fours um, walk, that's fine. But actually, when you first set up your animatic, play with it a little bit just to see the difference, right? Always, as I've said to you guys many times, let's get them all playing for a moment. Um, One of the best things I think to learn anything, including animation, is just to see what happens, right? So before you kind of move forward and start building the rest of your walk, see what happens when you do various timings. Remember, it always has to be on some even numbers because when in between, everything will be on twos. But other than that, like feel free to just play. Um, all right, that's it.